Maury County Now is sponsored by First Farmers and Merchants Bank.
On this edition of Maury County Now, college softball is coming to Ridley Park with the unveiling of the MidState Classic. Mike Sweeney with Maury County Solid Waste tells us how you can get rid of your hazardous household wastes. Adam Southern is back with another historic Maury County, this time on how certain places got their names. Lolly Watson with the Family Center is preparing to dish out about dine around and stay in town. And finally, Northfield Academy is ready to get those on the fringe to a better future in a high school diploma. All this and more on this edition of Maury County Now. Hello, and welcome to Maury County Now, Columbia and Maury County's news show covering the events, ideas, groups, and happenings in and around Maury County. A new college softball sporting event called the MidState Classic will be coming to Ridley Park in March of next year. Here's Borden with the City of Columbia Parks and Recreation to give us the pitch on the game between the MTSU Blue Raiders and the Tennessee Volunteers.
We are here today to announce the MidState Classic between the Middle Tennessee State Lady Raiders and the Tennessee Lady Vols. They're going to come here next spring, March the 18th, out at Ridley Park and play softball against each other. It's the first time ever an event like this has been held in Columbia with two national powers coming in here to play. This all kind of got started. The city manager, Tony Massey, and I were sitting around one day and he was telling me about something they used to do when he was in Bristol with Tennessee and Virginia Tech. He asked me, hey Brian, how would you feel about trying to do something like that here, maybe with MTSU and the University of Tennessee? Because he has a relationship with the Weekleys, who are the coaches there, and I have a relationship with Coach Breeden from where he's played a couple of tournaments out at Ridley Park last year. So I said, sounds like a great idea. Let's run with it and see what happens. So we started working on this probably about the middle of June, right after the Women's World Series was over, and here we are today. You know, 2.5 months later, we're here to announce this game here in Columbia, which is a great thing for our community. It helps us to take Columbia to the next level and to bring more recognition not only to our city but to our park as well.
Yeah, really excited. Ridley Park is a great place to play. It's a great venue. We go all over the place, all over the country recruiting, and Ridley Park is one of the top parks in the South. They really take a good job, do a good job taking care of it, and I hope the community here understands that they do have a gym and a recreation department here in Columbia. You know, anytime that we can get to be associated with the University of Tennessee, you know, they're a national player on the scene. MTSU, we're a rebuilding situation, and we're trying to become a national player. So anytime we can associate ourselves with the Weekleys and what they do, we're really happy to do so.
Talking to both coaches, they want to make this an annual event, and we've even kind of batted the idea around possibly next year for the second one, maybe bringing in a couple more teams from the area to make it a true Mid-State Classic. So we can see this thing growing even more than what it is this year and being an even bigger event for this community.
Yeah, we think this. I hope this will be a yearly thing. Like I said, we like to go play at good places, and this is a good place, and hopefully a lot of MTSU alumni that are in the southern middle Tennessee area will come out and enjoy a good day of ball. We'll be glad to be here, and hopefully March the 18th that a lot of people in the mid-state turn out to see some good softball.
You know, we just want everybody to come out, support MTSU and Tennessee on March the 18th. Game time is yet to be determined, but you know, when they come out, you know, we're going to put our best foot forward to make this a big event, and you know, we're looking to do things to help take Columbia to that next level and do things even bigger and better each time. So, for more information, people can contact our office at area code 931-388-8119.
Do you have any hazardous items around your house you've been needing to get rid of but don't know how? Here's Mike Sweeney, Director of Maury County Solid Waste, to talk about the Hazardous Household Collection Day and how you can dispose of those unwanted or dangerous items.
Hi, my name is Mike Sweeney. I'm the Solid Waste Director here in Maury County. We're trying today to get the general public ready to come into our household hazardous waste event. Normally on a day-to-day basis, we take the household hazardous waste here. We take paint, TVs, any kind of appliance and electronics we take here Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. The household hazardous waste event is used to pick up the things that we don't normally pick up on a daily basis. The things that you have around your house, it's really simple. Paint is a big thing, but again, paint you can bring here Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. The things that you might have at your house that would be considered hazardous are like strippers, thinners, herbicide, pesticides. Pool chemicals are a good example because a lot of people have a home pool. All of the chemicals that are associated with them, any kind of aerosol, compressed gas like gas canisters, any of that stuff, and cell phones, that's a good example. And we will also take batteries. Well, all of these items that we've mentioned are considered hazardous waste. In a Class 1 landfill, you're allowed to take anything that is called municipal solid waste, in other words, garbage. So what this does, it takes these items out of the waste stream and doesn't put them into the landfill where there's a possibility that they could contaminate groundwater. Now there are some items that are unacceptable at the household hazardous waste event. Some of these that would be common are what we consider medical waste, smoke detectors because they have a certain amount of mercury in them, explosives, radioactive, any kind of farm or business waste. Those are not acceptable or not accepted on that day. Some people are diabetics. Now, if you have a problem getting rid of a diabetic needle, as long as it's home use, all you have to do is put those in a thick wall plastic bottle, like say a detergent bottle, not like a soda bottle because they're thin. But if you'll put those in a thick wall bottle like a laundry detergent bottle, cap them, you can throw them away with your regular trash. You know, at our 9 convenience centers, we take household garbage, recycled items, but we don't take hazardous waste items. So what we're trying to do on this day, this is a state-sponsored event. They come in, they run the show. All we do is really help them. It's paid for by the state, and it's a good opportunity for the general public and Maury County residents, and it is open to all residents of the state of Tennessee to come in and get rid of the things that they have at their house that they normally can't dispose of. Just call here. The number is 375-6401, or 375-6402, or 375-6404. Any of those numbers will get us. Any questions you have, we'd be more than happy to get you an answer if we don't have it.
Have you ever wondered how some of the roads or communities in Maury County got their name? Here's Adam Southern with another edition of Historic Maury County.
Hi, I'm Adam Southern. This is another edition of Historic Maury County. And today we're going to talk about some of the places in Maury County and how those places got their names. Most places get their names from the people who were very prominent in that town. You see McCain's, named after the McCain family. See Fly, named after the Fly family. But there are other communities in Maury County that really, you kind of ponder, why was this community named that? Culleoka, for example. How did Culleoka get its name? Well, Culleoka is supposedly some sort of Indian. We don't know if it's Cherokee or if it's Chickasaw or maybe a combination of the two. It's supposed to mean sweet water. There are many springs around Culleoka, and Culleoka was very sweet, so sweet water. Sawdust. Sawdust started as Blocker's Stand. Now, Blocker's Stand was a steam-powered sawmill, and it would produce a great amount of sawdust. Big mountains of sawdust would just be standing by this sawmill. So they stopped calling it Blocker's Stand and started calling it Sawdust. So that's how that community got its name. Williamsport's unique in the fact that it's named after a person and a thing. It started out as a port where people would put their flat-bottom boats in, and they would take their stuff from Williamsport all the way down to Natchez, and then they would walk back. So it went from Williamsport to Williamsport. We put them together. Also, you might see the little community known as Hill Station, and you might wonder, why is that called a station? Well, in the late 1800s, there was the Duck River Railroad. It was a narrow gauge railroad that went from Columbia to Lewisburg and then on to Fayetteville. And Hill Station was one of the stops along that railroad. And even though the train tracks are no longer there, we still know this little community as Hill Station. And we know that little road that Hill Station is on as Blue Springs Road, so go see it sometime. Now, there are a couple of roads that have unique names in Maury County. One is Greasy Branch Road, And it is called Greasy Branch Road because a farmer thought winter had come, and winter means it's time to slaughter the pigs. So he went out and slaughtered a hog, and then the weather turned very warm on him. So he decided to put his pig into this deep branch to keep it cool. Well, weather got cold, he got the pig up, but the water stayed greasy, and to this day we know it as Greasy Branch. And also Steel Corn Ridge Road. People wonder why it's called Steel Corn Ridge. Well, it's because there used to be a still up there, and what's important in whiskey production? Corn, steel corn. So, Steel Corn Ridge, named after a moonshine still. And this has been your Places and Names with Adam Southern. Come see me at the library. Thank you.
We'll be back with more Maury County Now after this.
Maury County Now is sponsored by First Farmers and Merchants Bank.
We're back with more Maury County Now on PowerNet 13.
The Family Center has many ways you can help those less fortunate. And food is a language we all speak. We spoke with Lolly Watson, Executive Director of the Family Center, about Dine Around and Stay in Town, a quartet of dining experiences created to give back to not just those with whet appetites, but needy ones as well.
I'm Lolly Watson. I'm the Executive Director of the Family Center, and on September the 12th is one of our most fun and major fundraisers of the year. It is our third annual Dine Around and Stay in Town. And this is 4 restaurants that are in the downtown area who are giving of their time, their staff, and all of the food that's provided in a kind of a progressive dinner type setting. And then there are 4 either package stores or distributors that are giving an adult beverage as well. Thursday night from 5 to 9. And if you want to start with dessert, you can and work backwards, or you can start with appetizers at Christie's, and then you can move on around to Square Market where you'll have delicious soup and salad choices. Then move across the square to Puckett's where there'll be pulled pork sliders. And then in the evening at Killian's where there'll be a delicious cherry dessert and coffee cordials, gourmet coffee. So it's a complete meal every month through our food pantry. And remember that our food pantry serves people who are on food stamps, so it is supplemental. We are serving between 300 to 500 people. And you know, school being out makes a big difference. Winter months tends to make a big difference as well. And then we are helping with anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000 every single month of financial support. So again, that is all dependent on what the community is doing to support those causes. I'm not sure that a lot of people are aware that people who are on food stamps cannot spend those stamps on hygiene products or cleaning products or paper products or anything that's not edible. So we're always out of those things. For more information about the Dine Around, you can go to our Facebook page, visit our website, which is www.familycenter.org, or you can call the Family Center 388-3840. Now, as far as the Dine Around is concerned, I can assure you that we only have about 50 tickets left. So please call us. We will provide will call that night at Christie's Restaurant. It will be open at 5 o'clock. So if you just tell me to reserve your ticket, I'll hold it for you that night and you can pay for it at that time.
Northfield Academy is a brand new non-traditional high school, getting those who would otherwise drop out to graduate. We spoke to Diane Kirk, the coordinator of the Northfield Academy, about how they're getting these students to get their diploma.
What is Northfield Academy? It is a wonderful place. It is Maury County's first non-traditional high school, and that means that we do things a little differently here. We have students that are seniors and they, for whatever reason, need some credits to make sure that they're graduating in May or before. Some of them may want to graduate before. Northfield Academy is primarily Plato, which is on computers. We have teachers here that will help students individually when they need help. They are treated more like adults here. It's a few of different rules. They get graded in 3 areas every week. One is attendance, one is academics, and one is behavior. We want this to be like a traditional, some kind of a transition between high school and the job. Students here can progress on their own speed. There are a lot of students out there that just need a little extra help or a little extra time. They're not quite as fast as the others and maybe picking something up. So here you progress on your own time. Everyone is individualized. Everyone is on their own pace, their own schedule. They also can choose their hours. They're open from 8 to 6, in which they get to choose what time they want their official starting time to be. So that way, if they're not an early person, or if they have trouble getting to school because of personal or family reasons, they can start later, like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and then they put their hours in. So that should help tremendously with students that maybe work and they work to midnight. Well, sometimes it's hard to get up and get to school by 8 o'clock, so they can have a little bit later. Some students have jobs at 2 o'clock that require them to be there, so they can come in earlier and then get off earlier. So this accommodates students that need to work. Presently, we have 12 active students. I have probably 15 more applicants that want to come. We're getting new applicants every day. We're hoping to keep it at a 30 student range, and with the students coming in at various times, probably we'll have no more students than maybe 16 at a time here. But as one student finishes, they can get in there and they can work 8 to 9 hours a day if they want to, and get finished with all their courses by, let's say, December. They can graduate early. When they're finished, they're finished. We will have 2 graduations, one in December and one in May, but we will have our own graduation here. But they get to choose to work as fast and as long as they can and get finished. We do have a website. It's Northfield Academy. You can go on there and find a website, and from there you can find the phone number and the website, and just contact us. Students have to have certain qualifications to be able to come here. Just anyone can't come. I've had lots of students that are A students call and want to come, but that's not what this is for. This is to help give those that need a little extra encouragement, a unique experience that will encourage them to get finished.
For more information about any of the stories you've seen on this edition of Maury County Now, please check out our website, MauryCountyNow.com, and look in the show notes for more details.
Maury County Now is sponsored by First Farmers and Merchants Bank. Thanks for watching Maury County Now. And remember, keep it classy, Maury County.